This is my first YouTube live. Ah, so exciting. And I am so glad to be here with you all today. For those who don't know me, perhaps this is your first time catching one of my videos. I am Dr. Toni, and I am a mom. I am a wife. I am a high achiever. I am many things. I am a success and satisfaction mentor, influencer, a person that is here to help bring more change to this world by redefining success, redefining balance, and challenging the status quo so that you and I, we all, leaders especially, entrepreneurs, achievers, working parents, so that we can enjoy our lives more, so we can feel more meaningfully successful, so we can actually experience greater satisfaction in our lives. It's one thing to know what X, Y, or Z is or should be as far as success and balance. It's a whole other thing to actually embody it, integrate it, and experience it in your life. And that is what I'm here to do, to teach, to inspire, and to demonstrate through the life that I live, through what I teach, and through all that I put out there. So I welcome you to the community. If you're new here, and if you're not new here, I welcome you back anyway, because I'm glad to share this space with you. I consider it a privilege to be able to be here with all of you. Time is invaluable. And when you choose to be here with me in any of these conversations to any extent, you are choosing to invest your time. And I know that that's an invaluable resource, and I greatly appreciate and respect that and honor that. So today, what I want to talk about is it's two sides of one coin. And the one side is that it's okay to not be okay. Many of us may have heard that statement before, is that it's okay to not be okay. As mental health stigma continues to have more and more conversations around it to help reduce that stigma, we hear it's okay to not be okay more and more often. And that's a true statement. It's one that I do believe, and it's one that I think we would all benefit from embracing more, that sometimes things are hard, they are chaotic, they are challenging, perhaps even traumatic. At the time of me doing this live, there is a war going on in Russia and Ukraine. We are coming kind of like out of the COVID era, so to speak, but we have still all been impacted in some way, shape, or form by COVID in the past few years. And then prior to that, there was a bunch of division around politics, especially in the US, and pieces of all of those things are and will probably continue to impact some or all of us in some capacity. And so it is okay to not be okay. However, there's another side to that coin, and that is that it's also okay to be more than okay, even when things do seem like they're challenging or chaotic, or there's a storm of brewing, or someone else is having a hard time with something and you're aware of it. It's okay to be more than okay. It really is. You don't need to feel bad or guilty for feeling more than okay with where you're at in your life, be it in love, in leadership, in parenting, in finances, in business, or otherwise. These are both important, especially for us leaders, achievers, working parents, and just heart-centered folks that are out there. This is such an important conversation to have. Because A, if it's not okay to not be okay, then what happens? Well, if it's not okay to not be okay, it means that we have to push down our feelings. We have to ignore our emotions. We have to trailblaze. We have to push through. We have to pretend. We have to put on a facade or a mask. We have to act like all is well when it's not, and deny and invalidate and minimize our very real experience in life. And what I can tell you, as someone who has been a practicing psychotherapist for well over a decade at this point, has also been providing a variety of other lifestyle leadership, love, and mentorship type of supports to a variety of individuals for years now, I can tell you that when we pretend that it's okay and we avoid, ignore, shut down, invalidate, or otherwise minimize our own emotional experience, we are creating a rift between our relationship with ourselves and ourselves, the relationship between you and you. And that does not work out well. It does not work out well because it doesn't just go away. We either get better and better and better at faking it, which makes us feel more disconnected, or we reach some kind of breaking point. We feel resentful, or we have a meltdown, or whatever the case is. But it does not turn out well because those emotional experiences that go unprocessed for an extended period of time, they get stored in the body. They get stuck, and then you feel stuck. And then you live feeling stuck, even though maybe you're doing a lot of things, doing everything you think you should or you're supposed to. And it doesn't feel good. It feels more like being trapped in your own life. It doesn't feel free and fulfilling. It feels void and disconnected and frustrated. Now, there are folks like myself who have had that experience and have, over the course of accepting support and doing the inner work and the outer work and doing all of these things in our own journey, we come to the other side and we're doing well. Like we're feeling well. And then guilt can come up of, oh my gosh, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more sturdy. I'm feeling so incredibly successful and satisfied in my life and in my being, even though things aren't always going as planned all the time. Like I'm feeling good. I'm doing well. I'm proud of myself. And then a disaster or a catastrophe or a challenge or some other really difficult situation happens in the lives of someone else or those I see around me, or like some of the things that I mentioned earlier in this video around what's happening either nationwide or internationally. And then guilt can kick in. But I shouldn't be feeling good. How can I possibly feel good? How can I possibly be okay with myself or my life when other people are out there suffering? And then it's like we're bad. We're bad or wrong for feeling good or for being okay in the life that we've created. And so the catch-22, right? Well, why do anything to try to feel better if I'm just going to feel bad that I feel better? You can experience more freedom and fulfillment in your life. You can feel okay more and more often and more deeply in your life and still have compassion for other people, other people's challenges, other people's pains, traumas. It can be both. In fact, if you truly are what I call core connected within yourself, if you truly are connected to your core within yourself, and you're able to really navigate challenges in life with more ease from a place of alignment with your core values, if you can do that, then you are actually in a much better place to serve, support, or otherwise be of influence to others who are in a challenging place. Because if you are falling off a cliff, who do you want to try to help you back up? The person that is so anxious, they're shaking so hard that they can barely even figure out how to grasp your hand because they're so off balance, off kilter, or the person who can see that there is an urgent situation, who can empathize with how much fear that you may be experiencing, but who is so clear and connected within themselves that they can actually steadily reach over and help pull you up, help assist you. When we are sturdier within ourselves, when we're allowed to feel okay, even when others aren't, we are in a better position to support others. Now, we cannot do the work for everyone else. It doesn't work that way. But we're in a better position to either support, serve, or demonstrate, or model, or be a beacon for those that are in really challenging situations. We have access to more clarity. Our brain, quite literally, neurology supports this, neuroscience supports this. If our brain is in the place where our emotional brain has kind of gone into overdrive, then the logical prefrontal cortex, the reasoning part of aspects of our brain, they're not in the driver's seat. And so we are not able to be as clear and confident and as precise as we are when we are what I call core connected, when we are allowed to feel okay, to be okay, to experience steadiness or ease or connection, even when we are witnessing others not experiencing that. And so wherever you are at in that spectrum right now, whether you are in a place where it feels like it's not okay to not be okay, and you kind of have to wear a facade, or you are in the place where, but I've put in the work, I've done the inner work, the outer work, like I'm pleased with myself and my life, but I feel bad about it, or I feel guilty about it. Wherever you're at on that spectrum, and everyone can be in a different place, what I want you to know and hear is that you just have to accept where you're at in that spectrum before you can do anything about it. Okay? Accept that how you feel right now is okay. And then decide that you want to experience something different. If you fight with yourself, the internal conflict just grows, right? Now, more than ever, perhaps, it is so important for us as leaders, achievers, entrepreneurs, working parents, to figure out, to find a way to connect internally with ourselves from a place of internal support, resourcing, resilience, inspiration, clarity, purpose, passion, connection to a higher power, or whatever that looks like for you. It is more important now, perhaps, than ever for us to do that so that we can show up within this world in the way that we desire to and that we are meant to, in a way that aligns with our purpose and our gifts and our passions in this world. Because when we do that, we are more powerful than we could ever comprehend. And so I hope you take this with you today in whatever way best serves you. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or contributions, I always welcome them. Please go ahead and feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or to share this link with whomever needs it. Please remember to like, subscribe, because what that does is it supports me to continue to support you and all those that I am here to support in this lifetime. All right, I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for being with me.